S Lighty on the mic. Got a story for you of two lighties who collided, making dreams come true. Now we're creating a new journey, and we want to bring you, cause it ain't all about us, it's all about you too. We'll be repping while we step in lifestyle, culture and bants. And for this road, trust me, we had to put on bigger pants. So tune in and show love so we can love you right back. Hope you already got that loving in this fleeky intro track. When madness steals you away, we're gonna bring you right back. Now here's two lighties coming through. Get your popcorn, cause we've got you. Was keeping it in protective styles, and then obviously, you know, life be lifing and things happen, and then lost it. Yeah, it was a difficult, I think a lot of people know how difficult this time is if you go through that situation, but I remember having a conversation with my mum, and this was a time when I was going through things pretty hard, wasn't in a good place, and I wasn't able to even do my hair, to do any styles or anything, so I had my natural hair out, and she hadn't seen it for like a really long time, and she just couldn't believe it. Well, she'd never seen my natural hair, to be honest, because it was always straight, and you know, she was just like in love with it, thought it was amazing. This is my adopted mum, by the way, who is black, and she just loved it. And I remember we were having this conversation, we were sitting across from each other in my living room, and she was like, yeah, you've got to leave it out now, you've got to leave it natural, you've got to, you know, start putting your products in. And I remember sitting there, and all I was thinking in my head is it gonna stay with me after chemo? And that's all I could think about, because I did love it so much, and it was just like, it had taken me like 7 years to grow it, and it was down here, and it was just out, it was so big and beautiful, and then that's kind of how that went down. One session, and it started to fall. So me, it falling was losing something I'd worked so hard to grow, and to grow to love, and now it was being taken from me. That's kind of how it felt. Some of it stayed, that was a comfort. So I just told myself that the hair that fell wasn't strong enough for the journey, and the hair that stayed with me, I was grateful for it, and it showed me strength and resilience against the invader. Yeah, so that's how I looked at it.
When it happened for me, I think I managed to find empowerment in it because I made the decision to shave it off, and in that moment it felt like I was taking a little bit of control back. And then, of course, as I've said before, it then ended up being a great thing when the regrowth happened, but the trauma of it actually falling out, your hair falling out, I don't think you can quite ever get over that.
No, I agree. I had this thing of that I'd done it to myself. Don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I think that's where I overly, you know, like assess everything, because I'd taken the drugs that made it fall out, sort of thing. So I had to make peace with that quite a bit. So let's go on that journey again, because natural is beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. It is a part of us. It's a part of our beauty. It's everything. People think loving yourself is egotistical, but it isn't. Like, self-love is so important, and that is every part of you, and including your hair.
Yeah, very important. I remember for me, like, a big turning point of when I was like, I need to start embracing my natural hair. I was working for an electrical personal care brand, so I was very much advocating for straighteners, and I just didn't feel like I could naturally rock my hair. Like, I was getting to the point where I was tired of straightening it. I was tired of trying to force my natural afro hair to match my weaved hair.
Yeah.
It was just at the point where I'd get to the end of the day and you know where it was like shrinking
Yeah.
up, and I was like getting home and I was looking at myself in the mirror and like, oh, I need to find the courage within myself to just switch this up.
And that must have been hard thinking, I'm advertising straighteners with curly hair, like that don't go together.
Oh yeah, like the courage weren't found at that workplace. It was when I left and I was like, okay, you know, I'm in a smaller team now. I feel more confident. There was a lot of things that played into it, but
yeah, can imagine.
Yeah, I then started rocking more natural hair. What is this vibe where we feel like we need to fit in the workplace?
You know what? I'm kind of like, I think it's just so you don't get asked too many questions. That's what I feel like. I mean, I'll say for me, you know, a lot of the time when I was working in London, I'm waking up at 4:45 in the morning. You know, I have to get ready, you know, just about dragging myself out of bed. I haven't got time to be trying to style and do natural hair. So I think for me, that was probably like the first thing. And then it's also when you're in the office environment and then you've got people just coming up asking questions. And again, I'm just a bit like, I don't really like answering questions about my hair. Maybe that is from childhood or whatever. I don't like the fascination with it, and I feel like it is a fascination and it's annoying. I don't really want to have conversations or educate people on the process of my hair that they're probably likely never going to need to know.
So you don't think you actually did fit in? You were just being you were doing the ease of hair?
I don't feel like I had to really adjust my hair for the people. It's more for me, like I'm thinking about myself and getting ready in the morning. I did braid my hair and I had it in braids for a long time going to work, so I did go through a process of, you know, rocking it.
At the time, I don't know whether I was conscious that I was making myself more mainstream for the office. It was like the reflection afterwards where I was like, why am I comfortable doing it now but I wasn't there? And I think I probably had around a year to 18 months of rocking my natural hair, and then I went through the same experience of you of then coming to a point where I was like, oh, okay, it's now gonna fall out then. But I am grateful for that 12 to 18 months because I did learn to fall in love with my natural hair in that time. And then when I did enter my next chapter of regrowth, you know, like my hair growing back and my hair as it is now, I'm just, I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's just great to say that because it makes me realise now how much of a bad relationship I did have with my hair. I actually don't know whether I would have found the courage to fully embrace my natural hair if it didn't fall out. Like the dreams that I used to have of shaving my head, like I had them on a regular basis, and I'm not a vivid dreamer. But yeah, like I really loved like the short styles that I rocked, and it's just ironic, isn't it? Because it's as a result of being forced to shave my head that actually allowed me to fulfill my dreams. My hair dreams, which is just mad. And I know it's very like, I'm quite unique from that perspective of, you know, like the thought process that I've gone through in losing my hair. The amount of time someone would be like, oh, I wish I could just cut my hair off and start again. Like I had that thought and dream so many times, but I don't know whether I would have had the courage to do it if it didn't fall out.
And that's the thing, like it's, you know, it's lovely that you could see like such a blessing in that, and that you'd had those feelings before, and that shaving it then did empower you, and it's looking for the blessings in the situation as well. And I just think, you know, for me, like a woman's hair is her power. I do really feel quite strongly about that. And you know, whether it's short, shaved, long, like however she wants to rock it to make her feel whole or like she's the warrior, then like that's the way it should be, you know, whatever style she wants to have it in.
You know, like I've got nothing against weaves or straight hair or anything like that, you know. I'm sure the time will come where I will rock a weave again, or I think that's the beautiful thing about our hair, like you can wear it in so many different ways.
Different styles,
And I absolutely love that now. Like I rock up somewhere and someone's like, oh, you changed your hair again. I'm like, yeah, I did.
And this time you can own it. You're confident
Yes.
in it now. Whereas, yeah, before it was kind of like, who's going to notice it?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know.
It feels quite sad looking back actually about how much I tried to hide my natural hair and
Yeah.
the things we did to avoid just embracing our natural hair. Mortified at how much I didn't want to embrace my natural hair, like it was a bad thing or something to hide. Or I think it is. I do see the humour in it to an extent, though. Do you know when I used to have my weave and then humid hit my natural hair?
Yeah, we talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah, I'd literally be so embarrassed. I was like, I need some straighteners quick. Like not being comfortable in my hair that brought that on. But it's people's comments and fascination.
Yeah.
And again, the difference of being comfortable in my skin and hair now, I can deal with those comments better because the fascination doesn't stop.
Yeah, and that's what I'm always saying. Like, they just, when they talk to you about your hair, they're just so fascinated with it. And like I said, I find it annoying. It's just kind of like, you know, to you, it's your hair, you've done the style or whatever, and they just want to ask you 100 questions, and you're just kind of like, you don't need to know about this. Like, you're never going to be doing my hair, or if they haven't got the same type of hair as you, it's just like, why do you need to know?
See, I don't necessarily find it annoying. Like I do always think
I do.
Yeah, I think sometimes I'm like, people are just like, wow, I love it.
You know me, I'm very logical. So I might be like, okay, yeah, I've done it like this, or it took me 8 hours to put these braids in or whatever. It's when they start going, oh, so do you have to put this in it to make it go like that? And then do you have to, and I just think, are you writing a book on it? Because like, you know, I've got some work to do. So yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know. There is like a weird fascination sometimes. I don't mind having a conversation about it. I don't want people to think they can't ever.
No one's going to ask you about your hair now. Wow. You can ask about mine, guys.
You know, it's just when it gets into that conversation of when, you know, they want to just start asking about all the products and everything. You're like, why do you need to know this? Like,
they may want your hair. They may be inspired.
I mean, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm just not out here giving the inspiration for that particular subject. Ask me about something else, positivity and, you know, getting through life situations. I'll talk to you all day long. Don't talk about my hair, innit?
Don't touch it either, obviously.
But I think, like, if we had known how to embrace it, how to manage it, how to, like, work with it and be taught to love it, or even told to love it, then it would have been different. But yeah, it just wasn't talked about, was it? It was just like, that's your hair. And yeah, like I said, mine was just cut. And yeah, I just got teased, I got bullied, and it was just like, my hair was just a problem. And I just hate that I felt that way about it.
That makes me sad that you felt like your hair was a problem.
I don't look at it in any way like that now, but when I look back to then as a kid, it's like everything surrounding it was a problem. It was like, oh, we have to do your hair now, it's hair day, you know, and it had that voice around it, like, oh, we're doing your hair, and then it was avoided, and then I wanted to avoid it as well because I didn't want that comb being dragged through my hair with no hair grease. It hurt. There was no one around me that was like, oh, your natural hair's amazing, do this or do that. There was just no guidance.
Glad we're on to better days.
Yeah. No, definitely. I'm so glad I understand it now, and then I can pass that on. It just sounds so silly because it's like you're straightening it from the curls with relaxer, but then I would put curls in it, like to curl it back up again. So it's kind of like, you know, if you knew what to do with your natural hair and how to do it, then you could have, you know, done some different curls that looked even better. But yeah, it was like straightening it to only curl it again. It doesn't make any sense at all. Or straightening it to put braids in it.
I know.
But yeah, the education just wasn't there. So that's how it went. But yeah, I know what to do now. So
You do. I mean, your hair always looks amazing now.